Hello, welcome to Laura's Painted Minis. I am Laura, and we are working on this lovely little Reaper dragon wyrmling. And I am just getting paints mixed up using dragon blue and dragon white. And it is going to be a white dragon. I can show you the other ones. One of the other ones I've done. This is what it looks like. This needs a little bit more white. Now, I was looking at next week's schedule because next week is Christmas. And I think I'll go ahead and plan on still doing my regular streams just because they're not on the actual day. And we don't have any family get-togethers or anything planned. I'll be doing some prepping and stuff for some different things I'm gonna make. But those can easily be done in the morning. And that's when I was planning on doing it anyway. My weekly paint along video might be a different question. Still thinking on that. Because that we will be doing kind of our family, like just us family Christmas meal on Christmas Eve. And lately I have been doing my paint-alongs, recording them and posting them on Tuesday nights, which would be when Christmas Eve is going to be this year. My current thought on it is to try and record it a different time, whether that be later in the week or before Christmas. So we will see. Keeps going out of focus. Another idea is to wait till next weekend when we don't really have anything. I mean, I think we'll have some people over. It'll be for watching the Iowa State football bowl game. So not necessarily anything important, and we'll be home, so I could easily just plan on recording next Saturday and do like a 2-for-1. So this week's and next week's video. I could do just one really long video, but the whole idea behind the paint-alongs is not only is it a paint-along, but it's something that is shorter than these streams, so that there's some content going up on my YouTube that's shorter. So that's why I would still, even if I like recorded them both at once, I would still keep them separate. Hey there, Bay Carrie. I'm not too bad today. Just thinking through some different logistics for this next week. With the holidays. I really like A Christmas Carol. There's 2 versions of it that are my favorite that I usually watch just about every year. One is Muppets Christmas Carol. And then Hallmark did one. Oh, it's kind of been a long time ago now. That had like Kelsey Grammer in it. As well as there's some Broadway stars in it too. I can't remember their name right now. And then I also like watching the Jim Carrey Grinch. Yeah, I feel like the Muppet Christmas Carol is just like kind of a classic. It's a version that most everyone can enjoy, including the kids. The Hallmark one is almost suitable for kids. It's another one where it is a musical rendition. They go just a tiny bit darker um, than the Muppet Christmas Carols. Which do you have any fun plans for the holidays? We'll be seeing my folks. Well, yeah, this weekend and then on Christmas. Go up to my hometown on Saturday and then go to my dad's on Christmas Day. They're a little bit closer, so it's easy to kind of to make that jaunt. Nice. Yeah, my in-laws are a lot closer to where we live than my parents. So it usually doesn't take quite as much planning. Oh wow. Is that like a list of things to get done for Christmas that you're, or like fun things? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that can be hard. I'm slightly anxious for our upcoming game day, but not because of that. It's more of just actually talking with the other person who's helping me plan it, and we're not getting responses from the people who originally said that they were gonna also run games. So it might just be myself and one other person running games that day. And it just means that there won't be very many options and not as many people get to play. Which is sort of slightly frustrating because I also started working on we have like a little sign up so that if anyone wants to save a seat, like if they know they're coming and they want to have a specific game they see that they want to play in, they can sign up. But I can't really finish that until the other GMs get back to us. Thanks. Yeah, it might just be that the others are the type to not plan things out as far ahead as we would like them. Um, so the difficulties of trying to put together something like this. I mean, I'm very much the person that I immediately start planning and working on things because if I don't, then I'll just probably forget about it completely. And two, I know that I'm the type that I really like to do some extra stuff, make some extra things that for the players beyond just creating encounters and stuff. Specifically, things that I know will make things easier for them. Like I make sure that I have actual spell cards printed out that look nice. At least for like the characters that I've pre-generated for them. And then of course just being able to have the time to paint minis if I want to do that. And I also usually make actual stat cards for each of the monsters that could show up, just so that, like, I have them all in hand. And it's nice too having it printed on paper, because then I can also write on it and make notes, keep track of HP a little more easily. Sometimes the online stuff can go a little slow. Yeah. I do know we have a few people though that are very much kind of not maybe not quite fly by the seat of their pants, but they're the type that don't really um, need a ton of time to put together something. Hopefully, they have been working on stuff, and will soon after the holidays they'll get some info in so we can get that finished out. And then hopefully there will be a bunch of people interested in learning how to run some one shots, and I can do that workshop later in the spring of next year, when we can maybe not be struggling so much just to get some DMs. We had a number of them of DMs to choose from at one point, but I think there's a mix of they've gotten busier with their own lives and running their own campaigns and such. Or my husband was one, so I know for him he's just kind of burnt out and really doesn't have any motivation to run anything right now. Which I'm not surprised. He was running a number of, like, a couple different campaigns, and then also helping out at our church's annual event. This will be the first time that it'll be having it second time in the year. Oh, we got a cat doing something weird. So we'll see if it's worth it trying to do this twice a year. If we're constantly having to, like, struggle to get GMs who will also then communicate and be willing to have their things prepared more in advance than they would personally like, then I don't know if it's really worth it to have to go through this twice a year. It's the not fun part about planning these kinds of events. Yeah, I get, yeah. Yeah, I quite often will sit there and get, like, things kind of semi figured out, and then kind of just look at like the pre-generated characters I made and just be like, oh hey, look, this person I had them have this spell. They could totally, like, use that and would completely change what I was previously expecting, or something like that. So yeah, I agree. It's nice to be able to have time to sit there and kind of be like, oh, yeah, there's something right there that I can think of that would be a different way, or to approach that situation, whatever it is that I have planned. too heavy. Too much. I think that's the fun part about GMing. At least I think I enjoy it. It's just seeing what the players do that I didn't expect. Or like last fall, I ran a one shot twice. And it was interesting to see how the two groups approached things just ever so slightly differently. There were some things where it was just like, oh, this is gonna play out like the exact same way, but then they started making some choices here and there that were different or had different outcomes because of their roles, the way the dice rolled. Be the same one shot, but you come up with basically kind of a different story. Between the two different groups. I'll probably run that as a Wizard's Maze, based off of like the maze in the Harry Potter Triwizard Tournament. And I really want to get some Demiguise minis. Kind of tweak some things on that so that can play into the game as well. There's definitely some other things I would tweak about it though. The was using some kind of a homebrew adaptation. They were using like the D&D sorcerer as a base for characters, so everyone was a type of sorcerer. But then they like bumped up the amount of spells prepared, and it just was a lot. So I think I would just put them back down to what's originally stated with D&D for the amount of spells. Makes it easier on me too. Then that's less spell cards to try to prepare. And with that one, I had to, because I mean, a lot of them were similar to actual D&D spells, but then you wouldn't know which one because they also relabeled them to be like one of the actual spells that they use in Harry Potter. Swans and Wizards is what it was called, if you are at all interested. The amount of spells was kind of just my main beef with it. I think it's just too much. Otherwise, I think it was really well done. Still got some time, so I'll get the eyes done. Let's see. Done the eyes on a couple of these, I know. Well, this one I started and then I didn't finish it. Today is one of the warmer days. It's cloudy, but it's like in the 40s. We had snow, just a little bit of snow the other night, and it's all melting now. Okay. I don't think I've done the little bit of shine spots on either of these. Okay. Now I just need to paint the bases. Should probably just keep it pretty simple. But yeah, that's probably where I'll stop for today. And I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I don't know if you were here, but I will plan on doing my normal streams next week just because, I mean, I don't have any family things planned on those days. I don't think there will be. So we'll be back to this guy on Monday. I did end up taking the highlights up just a little bit more. I think worked out pretty well. Might need to go in and kind of reinforce them a little bit. So I might have had, I think I had my paint thinned a little bit too much. But we'll be back to this guy on Monday. And we'll see what I'll do on Thursday. Probably have a better guess when it comes to Monday of what I'll be painting. My guess is I'll probably be done with the little dragon wyrmlings, but we'll see. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and hope y'all have a good weekend. I know the holidays are right around the corner, so hope y'all stay safe with any travels that you have planned or whatnot. Hopefully weather isn't a problem for any of y'all. All right, thanks. Bye.